Okay, so let's talk about alternating picking, upstrokes and downstrokes. So one thing you want to think about here, we're just going to focus on the right hand. We're not going to worry about playing any notes with the left hand on the neck. And we're just going to focus on our picking hand here. And a lot of times you'll notice, guitar players, they have, the ability to play downstrokes. Usually when you first start playing guitar, you can play downstrokes first, and then the upstrokes come later. And upstrokes are a lot more difficult. It's more natural to move your wrist in a downward position than it is in an upward position. And I have a video where I talk about, the pick angle and also anchoring, and that's something that you can check out. I'll put the link in the description of this video. Depending on what side of the pick you play your downstrokes, right? Some pickers like to play the downstrokes on the back side of the pick, and then other pickers like to play the downstrokes on the front side of the pick. And either way, it works, but the important aspect of alternating picking, right? So if I'm playing my downstrokes on the back side of the pick, then my upstrokes are going to be on the front side of the pick. Right? So it has to be, you want to keep that pick angle consistent. And what that's going to do is when you play a downstroke, the leading edge of the pick is going to be the back side. And then when you play the upstroke, the leading edge of the pick is going to be on the front side of the pick. So you're going to, not only you're alternating up and down, but you're also going to alternate what side of the pick contacts the string. So I think that's a really important aspect of alternating picking. Now that being said, most guitar players can probably play downstrokes. That's the kind of the first thing that you learn how to do is play downstrokes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an exercise here, and we're going to play just the open strings. We're going to play 2 strokes on each string, and we're going to do upstrokes. Okay, so just find, this is just a drill to help you find, what side of the pick feels most comfortable for you to play upstrokes on. Now in my case here, I'm going to be playing the upstrokes on the front side of the pick, which is the side of the pick that's closest to the neck. Okay, so that's where I'm going to be playing my upstrokes. We're going to play 2 notes on each string, just with upstrokes. And then we're going to descend. We're going to come back down. Okay, and that's going to kind of get you used to the feeling of an upstroke. And it's also going to get you used to the feeling of playing upstrokes between different strings, right? As you're going up the register and then back down the register. Okay, now let's take that same concept and let's throw in downstrokes this time. So we're going to start out the first 2 notes. We're going to do the same exact pattern. So we're just going to play each string open, and then we're going to come back down playing each string open. But what we're going to do this time is we're going to add in some alternating picking now. So we're just going to play the first 2 notes on downstrokes, so the E string on downstrokes, 2 of them. And then we're going to play 2 upstrokes on the A string, 2 downstrokes on the D string, and so on. Okay, so that's a little bit more difficult. And what we're doing is, once you get the upstrokes down, once you get the first exercise down, then you can move on to the second exercise here, which is where we combine the downstrokes and the upstrokes. Okay, now we're going to do the exact same pattern, except this time we're going to flip it. So we're going to start on upstrokes and then alternate all the way through. Okay, so those last 2 patterns there, those alternating patterns, work on those and play them to a metronome. So pull up the metronome on Google and play it at a tempo that's comfortable for you to start, and then work your speed up a little bit and really focus on landing those notes right on the quarter note beat of that metronome, and you'll start to build some hand strength as you do that with your right hand. And you really do have to practice this. If you're not comfortable with ups and down strokes, these are exercises that'll help you build your right hand strength and your muscle memory so that you can actually apply this concept to scales, solos, cross picking later on down the road. All right, now let's do an exercise where we're going to do some alternating picking here, some true alternating picking. So each stroke is going to alternate. So now we're actually getting into some true alternating picking here. And we're going to do 4 note clusters on each string. And we're going to do a downstroke, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke. On each string, we're going to work our way up the register, and then we're going to come back down in the same way that we did before. Okay, now let's do that exact same exercise, except this time we're going to start the sequence, the alternating picking sequence, on an upstroke. So we're going to flip it. We're going to play the exact same pattern, except we're going to start on an upstroke. 'Okay, now let's play this pattern to a metronome, this alternating picking pattern. We're going to do the first one where we start on the down, and then we're going to flip it the same way we just did. And let's focus on timing here. So, you've been working on getting your muscle memory going and getting the feeling of these upstrokes going. And now we're going to combine that with tempo and timing, which is just such an important component of this. And it's an important component of all of music. But we're just going to start with a slow tempo, like 60 BPMs, and then we're going to work up our speed a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4.